What's up, guys? Hope y'all had a great weekend. Sorry there was no video yesterday. I decided to spend the previous day just working on the Evo without any distractions. Didn't want to have to film and distract myself. I just wanted to get stuff done. I'm sure you guys can understand that. So, last video we left off, I got the car started. Come on. It's there! Then I worked on the car a little bit and I figured some stuff out. I ended up just putting everything back together. I put some heat shield. I need to get an aluminum valve cover, but that's gonna have to do for now. I got the turbo fixed. The turbo is 100% fixed. The turbo is fixed. It is back on, and yes, good Lord, I know that my studs are on backwards. Thank all 1,000 of you that have said that in every single video. I know that. So for some reason, the car is turning over, but it's not, nothing's igniting. Over the weekend, I did do something pretty fun. I took my best man on a ride in this car. What's the fastest car I've ever been in?
Probably the Porsche.
The Cayenne?
Yeah, probably.
That's fair. That car's pretty fast. So what's your first impression of this car?
Definitely a lot of seats and
A lot of seats. When you see the inside of this, are you like, what the hell?
I thought it was just like a normal looking car inside.
No.
And then it wasn't.
I didn't get enough content to make a full video on that, but I really wanted to take him for a ride, whether it's in an event or just street drifting or something like that. But the look on his face, he thought it was really fun, so I want to take him for a ride again. Anyways, let's get down to business. I bought a big ass tent. Early in the morning, this garage, I mean it's cloudy right now, but this garage has light, like really awkward lighting. Like the sun will go to like right here, and it just makes it one, really hot to work in, and two, really irritating to film in. Got one of these guys to create some shade. Voila! Let me tell you guys something about Texas. You think you know hot until you've been in a Texas summer. It's brutal. We decided, this is Victoria's idea, she decided to get us a tent for days like this when it's morning and we need to start working and we can't wait until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the evening for us to have decent shade and decent temperatures to start working. Probably use this for events and stuff like that too. Might just like put a giant 5.3 sticker on the top of it and use this for drift events, use this for selling merch and stuff like that. If you guys want to swing by, we got some 5.3 merch just for sale right now. One whoopsie is one of the oil, I think the bottom oil feed, I accidentally, I guess, just didn't tighten it all the way. So we've lost some oil, which is fine because I'm putting new oil in anyways, but that's a whoopsie. And by the way, I wanted to say, on Twitter the other day, I got a lot of really encouraging words. It was awesome. One of the favorite things of mine to do on the channel is not be fake and not make myself look better than I really am. I enjoy humbling myself down to the point to where I look like I don't really know what I'm doing, because I really don't. But the point is I have fun at what I'm doing. I enjoy not knowing what I'm doing. Learning is fun. Learning is never fun when you spend your life pretending like you know everything. It's all good. It feels so nice.
It makes
so
a difference,
nice. It makes,
it?
oh my god, it's like 10 degrees cooler. So it looks like that bottom turbo fitting is not as tight as I need it to be. It's leaking a little bit of oil. So luckily I think I can still reach it through here. Had to take the wastegate back off. I'm not a big fan of that because it's pretty hard to press back on, but it's not that big of a deal. Man, this looks so good though. I love custom fabbed work. I love looking into an engine bay and seeing custom fabbed, like mandrel bent metal. It's so good. Like with the manifold and especially the downpipe coming off the turbo. It is so sick. Rip, okay. And we got it. It's tightened. Time to put the wastegate back on, and I'm gonna crank this thing over one more time to see if I can get any oil spillage and button this thing up to entirety. We're deep into this build and I'm ready for it to just kind of come together. And my tuning day is, well, I dropped the car off on Wednesday, so I've got to get this car done ASAP. I'm gonna see if I need to actually get spark plugs or not. Come on, baby. Dude, it just doesn't want to start. I have the scent of fuel, so ugh, man. I don't know. I'm so confused.
12 seconds later. 3:28 a.m. 3 weeks later.
So I figured out what's going on here. It's not starting because the motor's flooded. This little device right here is completely different than whatever used to be on the end of the stock fuel rail. This is a fuel pulse damper. And the other one used to use vacuum from the intake, as well as it had a line to go back from the fuel return. And now it only has one. So, and they gave us a little Y split, so I assumed that this sent fuel back and maybe needed a vacuum to like pull the fuel in. I'm not sure, I didn't know how it worked. And I just realized that every time it was sending fuel, it was pushing fuel into that intake manifold. So, it sounds dumb, but I had no way of knowing. The day we installed it, I asked so many people, and I looked all over the internet, and I couldn't find a single install guide, so I just went with my gut. I was like, whatever. So now it's kind of flooded, and it won't start, and that's why it won't start. Not really sure why it started the first time, but I don't know. So I've got to let it sit for a while, and that's about all I can do. I've still got an oil leak. The AN line on the top of my turbo is it's really tight, but it's not. It looks like it's leaking just the smallest bit of oil. But since it's a high pressure line, it's gonna spew it out. So man, I'm just so ready to start it.
A few moments later.
It's gonna take a lot for me to give up on this Evo build. I feel like one after another thing is just literally going wrong. So I just decided to tighten this fitting up here, which I did, but somehow, in some way, I think what I used to tighten it might have hit the threading, and this is very, very, very thin aluminum, and it started to strip the line, and I couldn't get the high pressure line onto the turbo. So what I did was I ended up found a nut, and then I found a bolt that fit into this fitting right here, into there, to make sure it was the exact same thread, and this was it. So then I used this, and I ran it down the turbo fitting a few times, and voila, it should be a little better now. Let's see if we can get this thing on. Okay, it's on, and I was actually able to tighten it even further because I had leverage with the line. I know it might sound stupid, but man, I was getting ready to cry. I'm so happy that line went on. Now at this point, I guess I still just have to wait because there's fuel in my intake manifold, so that will evaporate naturally. So I gotta wait a little bit. I'm gonna piece everything back together. I'll put the intake back on, and put the charge piping back onto the turbo. It should be good. Hey look, only one cut today.
Okay, that's good.
Wait, no. 2, 3. I want to give a shout out to my best helper on the build. She's learned a lot and taught me some as well. This guy's got a sick Camaro. Hey, how's it going, man? Neighbors, bro. That's so loud. That sounds sick. Great to meet you, man. Considering there might be some fuel in the intake manifold, I don't want a big kaboom to happen, so I'm gonna wait for. I'm probably just gonna let the car sit here. I'm gonna stop filming for a couple hours, come back out and see if it changes anything. Because at this point, there is nothing. There shouldn't be anything stopping this thing from starting. Evo, start! So we went to her parents' house this evening to celebrate Memorial Day, just to hang out with them. And first, I just want to say thank you guys for those of you who serve. I love our troops. You guys are awesome, and you guys give us so much freedom, and I very much appreciate you guys. But this is the last time, now that I'm back, this is the last time I'm gonna try and start the car today. Let's hope this works. If not, I'm gonna let it go overnight. It should start tomorrow.
Oh, it's wanting to.
Yeah, it's not going. Well, I really don't understand. And at this point, any help's appreciated. It looks like I still have maybe a little bit of an oil leak. I don't really know. I'm not gonna give up on the car, but tomorrow is my last day to work on it. And anything that's not fixed, I'm gonna have to pay the people tuning the car to finish it. And as much as I don't want to do that, you know, I have to do what you have to do. I do want to say that I have learned so much doing this build, and I've had so much fun. As frustrating as it has been a fun experience, and I've learned so much. And I've learned what not to do, like what to do, how things work, and you know, the things to button up before you do this, and the things to button up later. It's been a very important experience, and this is the first time I've ever done anything like this by myself. And it's really, really awesome. I'm stoked to have this car running. I'm sure you guys can understand that. So tomorrow, the motor might still be flooded a little bit. Who knows? I'll try and get some more stuff figured out tomorrow. But for today, I have to call it quits. I can't do anything else. And I've got to get to editing, and it's getting late. And we'll figure it out. Either way, we're dropping it off Wednesday to get the action clutch done. So shout out to Action Clutch. They're gonna put the clutch in because I am not doing that. I have nothing to prove. Don't want to do a clutch myself. Dumb as hell. And then I think Thursday or Friday we're gonna be tuning it. So excited. Thank you guys for watching. Frustrating, upsetting, but it happens. Peace out. Be victorious.